That's the field for the ninth race. It does kick off that late double, no changes in your upcoming ninth race. Looking at the back half of the double, race 10, scratch 7, Legion of Honor. Once again, take out Legion of Honor in the 10th and final. Post time for the ninth, just over a minute away. We'll sit it downstairs once more. One more time where Nick Salvi is standing by with another special guest.
Thanks, Gabe. I'm with Ken Jackson, who's had an awful lot to do with what's gone on here in Kentucky, the Renaissance over the last 15 years or so, Kenny. And you got to be thrilled with the culmination of today's Sire Stake finals.
It's really exciting. We obviously it takes a lot of people, and everyone's pitched in. The owners at the Red Mile have been great. The Racing Commission members have been great. Brittany and the team there at the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission done a wonderful job putting this on. So it's an exciting. Jamie, Mark Guilfoyle, just a great group of people have helped us bring this together. And if you think about it, it's $2+ million worth of racing. Other than the Derby or when the Breeders' Cup comes in here for one day, it's the second biggest day of racing in Kentucky.
People don't understand, especially when you pair up the Grand Circuit, that we race for more money than Keeneland does. Nobody knows that.
It's an exciting day in Grand Circuit. Obviously, if you think about it, I don't have the exact numbers, but if you start with the Sire Stakes and run it all the way through Grand Circuit, it's $12-13 million worth of racing with the $7 million or so race during Grand Circuit week. So it's exciting, right. And candidly, it's only going to get better.
And I spoke to Mark a little bit because we all go back a ways, and through the 90s and the early 2000s were pretty lean times here in Kentucky, and everything's turned around. The mare residency program and the money that's coming from the stallion breedings that's directed towards Sire Stakes has made all the difference in the world. Makes it better for the guys that are breeding and selling horses too.
No doubt. And I think it's either 17 or 18 years ago and $40 million later, the group of people that sit in the room and focused on the racing and said that, this is breeders' incentive money, but we're going to dedicate it towards Sire Stakes, because if we don't have a product first, it really doesn't matter for the breeders. And so we fought through some tough times, and it's really getting ready to get exciting with historical horse racing and the investment that our new partners like Churchill Downs and Keeneland are putting into Oak Grove Racing, which is fascinating. We're able to do things that we announced last week with the Sire Stakes program, and it's only going to get better.
Oak Grove's an interesting proposition. They get open after the Red Mile Grand Circuit's over here in mid-October. They're still in the process of putting things together, but the future's bright over that way.
It really is. It's a great location. They've put north of $160-70 million into harness racing. It's going to be a test in this first year where they made the commitment to put $1 million into harness racing, and there's going to be 12 racing days, and the facility's not even going to be completed, but yet they've sticking with that commitment, so it's exciting. The guys at Churchill and Keeneland are really, really positive about what harness racing can do in this state, and everybody can win together.
That's great to hear, because it can't do anything but enhance our business. And a couple of those guys are over here today for the races. You said you had some guys out in the starting gate, and that's a unique perspective for the races.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's not very often in the last several years that we get the leaders, the C-level guys, Bill Karstanjian, Mike Ziegler, come over and not only support us from financially through the business, but come to the races, be in the starting gate. That's both of their first experience, and they loved it. So, when they walked into the starting gate or right before they got in it, they said, I can't wait to look at these purses in 2 or 3 years from now. So it's like I said, we're really excited about the future of where we're going.
And it looks like a good sale coming. The Lexington Select Yearling Sale starts on October 5th this year, or 3rd, I'm sorry, and the catalog's full of great bred horses.
It really is, and you can see who's winning tonight. Now, one of our greatest clients, Alan Marvin, they do a great job with the pedigrees they have, and their offspring is just really having a good day today. So it's fun stuff coming up.
It'll be fun to see the sales, and the prospects are bright here in Kentucky. Kenny, thanks for what you've done for harness racing, and thanks for talking with us for a couple.
Yeah, and the only other thing I'd love to say, and I should have said it up front, is the commitment that Mark Guilfoyle has made to this industry. I said it last year when I talk, I don't say it enough, but Mark really, really works hard behind the scenes, in front, and Mark loves harness racing. It's at his heart, so I appreciate everything he does.
It's good to have him here for us. Good luck the rest of the day, Kenny, with the Kentuckiana Farms horses, and I'll see you for the Grand Circuit.
Thank you very much. I appreciate everything, Nick.
Gabe, back to you.
Thanks, guys, and it is post time here for the late double. That Four Roses Bourbon starting gate has now moved into position, so this is your last chance to wager on this afternoon's 9th race. Please note we do have that carryover into the 10th race, 1,583, so take note of that. High 5 carryover still to come in race 10. Starter call. Starter call.